Because of diamonds, the Europeans attempt to wipe out the Congo basin, but they are faced with the king of the jungle. King Leopold II of Belgium claims the Congo basin at the 1884 Berlin Conference. 5 years later, Leopold dispatches his envoy Leon Rom to acquire the renowned diamonds of Opar, after incurring enormous debts from the exploitation of the Congo Free State's resources. Chief Mbonga's warriors slaughter the expedition and demand diamonds from Rome in return for Tarzan. The man once called Tarzan the RT Honorable. John Clayton, Earl of Greystoke, has left Africa for his estate in Britain with his American wife, Jane, and embraced life as a wealthy nobleman. John is offered an invitation from Leopold to visit Boma. The Prime Minister and an American envoy, George Washington Williams, explain that Leopold is defaulting on his loans, and a visit from Greystoke, whose exploits as Tarzan made him a celebrity, would secure Britain's influence in the Congo. However, Greystoke refuses. George reveals to John his suspicions that Leopold is enslaving people and persuades him to go to the Congo to discover the truth. At Greystoke Manor, John remembers a time when he was 5 years old. After playing with his ape foster mother, Kayla, and foster brother, Akut, he was pursued by Kerchak. John, Jane, and George journey to the Congo, circumventing Rome and his corrupt financier, Mr. From, and are welcomed by the Cuba village of John and Jane's youth. Rome and his men capture the villagers, killing Chief Muviro, and taking Wasambu along with other young men to serve as porters. George rescues John, but Jane and the captive villagers are taken aboard Rom's steamship. Rome turns out to have arranged John's invitation from Leopold to deliver him to Mbonga. Pursuing the steamship, John, George, and the village's remaining warriors seize a train carrying Belgian military officers and enslaved Congolese. An engineer informs them of Rom's plan to take over the Congo, sanctioned by Leopold. Using slave labor, Rome has built forts across the region, linked by railway and river travel, for an army of 20,000 mercenaries soon to arrive. Finding documents that will expose Leopold, John and George leave the proof with the Cuba warriors and rescued enslaved people to deliver to Boma and continue on through Mangani territory. Confronted by the apes, John is forced to fight their leader, Akut. John loses, but he and George are permitted to travel on. Jane and Wasambu escape the steamship and flee into the jungle. Jane sends Wasambu off to rally the other tribes, knowing Rom's men will follow her. Jane encounters the Mangani, and Rom's men open fire on the apes. John arrives, saving some Mangani, and pursues Rom, who takes Jane to Mbonga's tribe. It is revealed that years ago, Mbonga's son killed John's foster mother, Kayla. John killed him to avenge her. Mbonga attacks John, who wins the fight but spares the chief. George and the Mangani then arrive. The two foreigners convince Mbonga that Rom is their common enemy. Rome takes Jane and the diamonds to Boma, where the mercenary army approaches shore. John and George send a stampede of wildebeest through the town, overrunning Rome's men, as the Cuba warriors arrive by train and free their families. John rescues Jane and pursues Rom, who prepares to deliver the diamonds to From and the mercenaries. Williams sinks the steamship, while Rome strangles John with his rosary. Using a mating call to summon crocodiles, John breaks free and leaves room to be devoured. As the vessel's boiler explodes, John escapes. From and the fleet of mercenaries depart. George returns to London and presents the Prime Minister with an open letter to Leopold, exposing the slavery and abuses of the Congolese people. 1 year later, John and Jane have relocated to Africa in Jane's father's old house. They celebrate the birth of their son, and John returns to his rightful place among the great apes as Tarzan. If you enjoyed this video, please do well to like, subscribe, and comment on what movies you want us to review for you. Also, turn on the notification bell icon so you don't miss any of our videos. Thanks, and see you in the next video.